and a few others. And a little later, Dr. Jeremiah walked up to me and said, he calls me Anna because I'm slightly older. Anna, we are looking so young and we worked so hard for this church. How can these fellows put us on retirement? Well, when time comes, all good things have to come to an end, but that's not the end. The better things have to start. Better things for my own life, better things for the institution. About 43 years ago, when I started my work in Bangalore, Spencer School, I remember at least one person I see, Sugandha. Yeah, we worked together. That's where I started. And a few years later, Mr. Jayant and Pastor Shekhar joined me. All three of us were bachelors. And all three of us were kept in one room. We had to cook our own food. And we have to stay together. Now I don't want to tell all their bachelor life experience here because their wives will divorce them. But I was a good man. Pastor Shekhar will get a chance to talk about me after I leave the campus. Because he has no more chance in this program sheet. Well, anyway, it's a good thing to serve the church, serve God for over 43 years. Life has been good. God has been good to us, very good to us, in spite of many, many mistakes that I have committed, some knowingly, some unknowingly. But God has always been good and has been a blessing. Throughout the years that I spent in several schools, meeting several students, teachers, parents, it's a privilege. When I came to this place, and as they introduced me as the president of the college, initially I was telling the group, and this is the fourth farewell speech I'm giving, by the way, in this campus. And so, in fact, I didn't want to be part of this program because this is an induction program and all attention should be on the new president. But our division officer said, no, you also come and we want you to be part of this program. But when I came here, there was only one division officer who came to introduce me. There was no president here. There was an acting president, but then he was absconding because he didn't want to be part of the program. And staff members were there. The teachers, maybe 30, 40, 50 in those days, 60 teachers were there. There were no union officers, there were no section officers, there were no laymen. Nobody else was called. There was a lot of problem in the institution. There was a lot of trouble going on. And in fact, I was hesitating to take over. When I was called to take over, I was in America at that time. And I took 1 month time to decide whether to accept this or not. And they were calling me, one after the other, Dr. Moses and Pastor Watts, and everybody was calling me on the phone, sending emails to America to my brother's place. Please accept, please accept, please accept. We want you to come immediately. There's a problem and we need you somewhere to come and then immediately occupy this chair here. Today, the situation is completely different. This institution has grown in stature, in reputation, in its own dignity. As I was mentioning in some of my farewell speeches, I took more than 1 month to accept. I was not even willing to come. But today, when the chair of this college is getting vacant, they have received more than 13 applications to become the president of the college. More than 13 applications. There was a time nobody wanted to be president or principal in this institution. That was the reputation at one time. Today 13, and most of them holding PhD degrees. wanted to become the president here. And so the search committee had a hard time deciding. Then it had to go to the nominating committee. It all shows that God has blessed this institution. God has blessed this institution to such an extent that so many people today are interested in this institution. It is because of the blessings of God. It is because of the support and the cooperation that I got from the staff of this institution. It is because of the support of the division office, the union office, the section office, and all other laymen. I want to thank God for this privilege. I want to thank God for what He has done, not to me personally, but for the institution. Today, this institution is known all over the world in the Adventist circles. The General Conference knows, when it says the movement Lowry, everybody knows about Lowry College. All the college presidents across the world heard about Lowry College. Anywhere we go today, they talk about Lowry. In the alumni associations of Lowry, whether in North America, whether it is in UK, whether it is in any other part, they all talk about Lowry today. They are interested in the progress and development of this institution. Today, we have a very, very peaceful atmosphere here. Today, we are on the road for development, on the path of improvement. I am proud that I have been associated with this institution, and I want to thank our officers for the good words that they have spoken on behalf of me. But this is not the end. There are many more things to solve. You know, I have to face hundreds of problems. I have to face solve hundreds of problems. It may be in the courts, it may be in the police stations, it may be in the staff, it may be here and there. But then, I don't remember all those things. I go with good feelings. You know, but sometimes, Mr. Ravi, you have to solve some very interesting problems as well. Some interesting problems. They're all very serious, so I'm just giving you some interesting ones so that you'll smile. One day around 10 o'clock in the night, a small girl of about 6-7 years of age knocked at my door. I opened 10 in the night and the girl was crying, and the girl is from campus. I know. I said, why are you crying? Sir, you must come to my house immediately. You must come to my house immediately. I said, what happened? Sir, my mother is beating my father. My mother is beating my father. Now, how do I solve that problem? Another time, a staff member came to me and said, sir, I have a problem. I said, what is that? Sir, I don't know why these days, in the middle of the night, my wife is kicking me out of the bed. Well, Mr. Paul was there. He remembers one of this. He was my... Well, this is the kind of life. But one thing I just want to tell you, this institution has a very, very great future. This institution has a very great future. Today, Spicer College proudly announces that it has become a university. Dr. M.S. Jeremiah says within the next 1 month or so, he is bringing one or more, 2 universities, one to Surat and one to some other place. But I want to tell you, especially the local people, don't feel bad if the progress and development of the institution is impeded because of the local people interfering and bringing down this institution's reputation. Let me tell you very frankly, it is not outsiders, it's not the division, it's not nobody else. Let me tell you very frankly, your cooperation, it is your institution, your cooperation is 100% needed. If you cooperate 100%, this institution would have become university much before Spicer College. I would have made it much before Surat. We have more resources here than any other place. Bangalore city is located in a much better place, and this has a much bigger reputation than any other city where we have colleges. The most progressive city in India. I feel bad to leave. Not because I am leaving my position. I feel bad to leave. One of the reasons, I don't like to leave the city of Bangalore. I love this city. I've been living it for 20 years I lived. Out of my 43 years of experience, 20 years I lived in There were 19 to 20 years I lived in Bangalore. I know every nook and corner of Bangalore. 5.5 years as a bachelor, and as a bachelor, it's very easy to find all the nooks and corners of the city. And then 14.5 years here, 20 years. I love this city. But this city has the most, I should say, the potential to develop the Adventist work, and especially this institution. This institution, I want to tell you, should develop. And if it wants to develop, don't depend on the Southern Asia Division. They are willing to cooperate. They are willing to cooperate. They are willing to bring initiation. But your cooperation is needed. Your cooperation is needed. As a whole, whether it's the layman, the section, the union, the departmental directors, and the pastors, all of you work together. Within 5 years, Mr. Ravi is capable of bringing university status here. I want to tell you. And therefore, I want to congratulate Mr. Ravi for once. Already we have handed over the charge, but I want to appeal to each one of you to kindly cooperate. I want to appeal to each one of you to do your very best in bringing up this institution further. And I want to thank one and all, once again, all the officers, the laymen represented here, the students, and the staff for the support and for your prayers. God bless you.